Toy Chat is not a children's channel. This video is intended for adult gift givers and collectors. Hey guys, welcome to Toy Chat. This is Max.
And Sang.
And this is another episode of Collector's Corner, our podcast where we discuss hot topics in the doll and toy industry centered on some of our favorite brands. So this is once again a hot thing going on in the doll community that we had to jump in on and share our feelings ASAP. Of course, unless you've been living under a rock. I'm sure by now you are very familiar, maybe you're a huge fan like us, of Kpop Demon Hunters, the animated film from Sony that has been a gargantuan, juggernaut-scaled phenomenon. Film of the year, song of the year, everything of the year.
Yes. It was a smash hit that no one was prepared for. I was not prepared for. Apparently Sony and Netflix was not prepared for. So the
people involved were not prepared for what this was going to become. So, literally, our nerdy asses were like, oh, we're just going to watch this little niche, like, silly thing that, like, we're going to be into, and, like, it'll pass and everyone will forget about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's incredible. The music's incredible, story, animation's incredible. It has rave reviews. It has, like, super high Rotten Tomatoes average. And so, of course, for the longest time, collectors and, you know, doll fans and stuff like that have been wondering, like...
Where's the merchandise?
In the broader sense, they're just like, where's the merch? Like, there's no merch, there's no toys. They did some stuff, like, earlier on, like shirts and, like, little things that were really simple that they probably rushed those out. When it started getting successful. But people are like, this franchise needs, like, dolls and, like, action figures and stuff like that. So, for one, we've gotten confirmation that both of those are coming. There's going to be dolls coming from Mattel Creations, and we got confirmation that there is more coming from Hasbro Pulse, I believe.
Yeah.
So there's presumably like action figures,
probably.
That's what
I would assume,
yeah, which they might be collector action figures in the vein of like the Marvel Legends, stuff like that. So that'll be really cool to keep an eye out for. Funko has also confirmed that several Kpop Demon Hunters Funko Pop figures are on the way too. But we're going to be sharing our first impressions of the dolls, the Kpop Demon Hunters dolls that are finally officially happening. So Mattel Creations announced very recently it's going to be a 3-pack of the main characters, Zoe, Rumi, and Mira, all 3 members of the Kpop Demon Hunters girl group Huntr, and they will be available for pre-order on Mattel Creations starting November 12th of 2025. However, they are not expected to ship until the following year, like late 2026.
I think the estimate on their website says October 2026.
Yeah.
And they are priced at $150 plus shipping and handling.
For all 3, for the 3-pack.
For all 3,
yeah.
Yes. So just to tell you guys how much of a rush job this is, the images they show on their website to sell these dolls are barely what you consider a prototype. They are renders of what the dolls will look like. And they are wearing their outfits from the climax finale.
What it sounds like scene where they're wearing like their iridescent outfits, which I think was a fabulous choice. These were like some of my favorite outfits from the film.
I hope they release them in their signature outfits, maybe as individual ones.
Maybe that'll be the playline.
If they
do playline, maybe those will be the standard
but
ones.
I would hope they would come out with like collector versions of those outfits because those outfits are pretty detailed.
They are. Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, that's like those are the outfits that come to mind when you're thinking about Huntr.
Yeah.
But this is I love the concept of the iridescent white outfits because they look like a cohesive group and it makes sense to sell them as a multi-pack.
Yeah, so again, like Sang said, just, you know, really keeping in mind the context of this is not what the completely finalized dolls are going to look like. There were even talk of people framing it that these are partially like
renders?
AI or CG,
like
renders. Yeah, because the clothing in particular looks really like, that's obviously not real fabric in these images. But giving us a much better idea of what these dolls are going to look like. So we're going to go ahead and share our first impressions of what has been provided so far.
You know, as if you squint, they look super accurate. I think the outfits are, you know, on par with what they appear in the movie. But up close, you know, you can see some shortcuts being made to make them more easy to produce. You definitely tell that the zippers aren't actual zippers. Certain things are printed on. There's no, you know, paint jobs on like the little individual pieces.
Yeah, we will go ahead and real quick go one by one. So, you know, starting out with the leader, Roomie. This prototype specifically, I think her face looks great.
I think all their faces look really
great. The faces
yeah.
do look really good. I think the makeup looks really cute. There were some people saying it looks like there is potential pixelation here.
I didn't notice on the eyes, but definitely you can tell from the eyebrows. The eyebrows have pixelation.
Yeah, the eyebrows look like they're probably going to be pixelated.
I think overall, I think they did a really good job with, I mean, granted, we are Mattel whistleblowers. I think
critique critics of where they can improve.
I'm gonna say the hair is not gonna look like that when you see them in person. I'm sorry. Maybe if you don't undo Rumi's hair, I think it looks nice in this picture, but I'm just very curious what the hair actually looks like.
The final products are going to look really different. Or, you know, I don't know. But the choice of colors are great. Her face looks good. I'm going to be really curious how it looks in person, and I hope they do like justice and something really cool is for Rumi's patterns on her body.
I hope it has kind of like a metallic sheen.
If it has like an iridescent holographic kind of sheen to it, I think that would look amazing. Like her, you know, like her little demon patterns. I think that would be really cool. So I'm really hoping they do that justice. I think her outfit looks good. What is funny about these obviously being collector dolls, the whole, I guess, moderate spoiler alert for the film, but it's like one of the main purposes of how Roomie appears in this scene is it's the big unashamed reveal of showing her patterns. So she's not wearing a jacket and she's in a crop top so you can see her body in the patterns. So because of that, she's in a slightly simpler, more sparse like outfit.
It makes me totally forget that she does supposed to have
a jacket. Yeah. So that's the thing is like Meera has like a jacket and Zoe sort of has a long sleeves. Yeah, too. But the purpose of this scene was like a reveal for Roomie. So,
and you know, I hope they paint her straps, like the shoe straps, like shoestrings.
Yeah.
I hope nice.
They better. But what's cool is it looks like the shoes are iridescent too. I want that flashy rainbowy iridescence on everything here. A concern that a lot of people have, understandably so, is that the fabrics used here might be that thin, papery, like Mattel fabric. Would really like to see high quality. I'd almost hope for more of like a latexy like fabric on Roomie. But we'll move on real quick to the next character, Meera. So Meera, of course, Meera, she's like the cool one. She has a in the film, she has a very like long face. This render, I think her face looks good. I think they did a good job of her face. It feels like there's a proportions issue with Meera in the full package because she has that long face, and also of course in the film she's tall, lean, lanky, and I think here it looks like her body shape is the same size and shape as the other girls, but she's taller. So I think in a sense it almost makes her look like bulky buff, almost kind of. I don't know how practical it would have been if they could have
used a different body.
tweaked the proportions a little bit so she doesn't just look like kind of
I wasn't sure. I was looking it up to see what kind of body they were on, and it didn't really say if it's on like a Barbie body or not. So I'm curious what kind of bodies they're on, if it's like custom made.
They have wrist articulation and elbows.
They do have like good articulation. It's definitely not the made to move body, but yeah, I'm very curious what kind of bodies they are, because they could have used like the tall Barbie body and the normal one, and then they have the petite Barbie body. But yeah, I mean, I think she looks great. I think her overcoat with like the tassels is really cool. I think those are real tassels from the looks of it. Again, I want to say yes, but again, these are renders. They're not actual like prototypes, which is kind of weird.
Again, these are first impressions. Yes. Very first impressions.
Yeah. But yeah, she's cute. I mean, I can't say much about it because like her hair looks nice. Like, is that gonna look like what she looks like in person?
No. Probably not. I also think
her sword is really cool.
Yeah, like her weapon, her spear or whatever. It looks dope in this picture, so I really hope it looks that cool in person. And finally, we have our adorable rapper maknae, Zoe. And she looks so cute.
I love her face.
Her face looks precious and accurate.
I worry about those really short bangs.
I worry about a lot of things. but you know, again, the final product is going to be different. But here, I think she looks like one of the best ones. Like, she looks really cute, like really accurate, really cute. Her shoulder pieces are like really rainbowy, iridescent in these images. Her like dagger weapon accessories look phenomenal. I hope it's that like clear, crystalline like aesthetic in person. You know, I think overall, I think there is a lot of promise here. I think there's potential for something really awesome in terms of, you know, delivering the final product. There's, of course, you know, we're not going to see these in person for a while. A lot of the community expectedly has concerns that they always have about Mattel collector releases, where it's like, is the quality, is it gonna, you know, like gonna meet the expectations of the price point? And I mean, honestly, I would say in the grand scheme of things, if you're offering 3 solid quality dolls for $150, I'd say if they're collector grade, that's a great price. If they're not collector grade, that's a little rough.
I think there's my biggest issue is they expect you to put down $150 plus shipping and handling and taxes for a product that you're not going to see for a year.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of money to be out of pocket. And not sure what you're gonna get in the end. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna order. Maybe, I don't know. I wish we would been able to see like actual prototypes where like someone's handling it, because essentially these are just 3 images that they put together. So there's not a lot you can make out in terms of like, oh, what does the back look like? Does the fabric all the way around?
It is, also even the close-ups, since it's literally, it's 1 image each for each of them. So even the zoomed in stuff, it's the same image for the one character. Yeah. So doesn't give us a super accurate look at how they're actually going to look. But there is, I think, a really good amount of promise here. Sculpting wise, I think they did a really good job. Like the face sculpting and stuff like that. I think they did a great job with these.
I do am very curious and interested in how they are licensing this property to different manufacturers or brands, like Hasbro and Mattel. I wonder if the other companies have reached out to make more merchandise for Kpop Demon Hunters. I would love to see like another doll brand also throw their hat in the ring, like how like Clueless had like both Mattel and
you know what, MJ. Sony, hit up MGA, see what they could do.
I mean, MG, you know, Rainbow High had a K-pop group.
They did.
They were fabulous. So I would definitely like to see them take a knock at these.
I mean, clearly, they are licensing, you know, the IP out to multiple toy companies, because like we said, there's going to be stuff coming from Hasbro. Basically, it seems like toys are coming. They're pushing out toys. I think, like Sang said, it's not completely ideal that they're wanting people to commit to these so far in advance when so little is ready to show.
Yeah, it's not even a deposit. It's like they want you to pay the full price
Yeah, which we talked about. That kind of feels like they're just trying to strike while the iron's hot, like because the K-pop Demon Hunters is still so big. So, you know, we are huge K-pop Demon Hunter fans. I would love to own K-pop Demon Hunter dolls. I hope these deliver. I hope the final product is really nice. I hope Mattel is taking this partnership really seriously, because clearly this is an insane phenomenon. People are saying it's like the new generation's like Frozen. So
just like Frozen, they were not prepared for that reception.
No, they were not. Yeah. So, you know, those are our thoughts so far on the information we have right now for the K-pop Demon Hunter dolls. We'll maybe check in again when, you know, we're closer to having them or there's more accurate pictures or whatever. Definitely let us know what y'all are thinking of these with the information we have so far.
Did you order them?
Yes. Yeah, by the time this goes up, who knows, maybe they'll already be available. But yeah, let us know your thoughts. Also, let us know what you'd like us to discuss in the next podcast, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.